mamia. And you miss show. Mamia Bocania. Bichimu Podoma, the Prince of Sania, the Tetcher Mother with Noom.
NFM Radio, Emutaho. NFM Radio, Emutaho. Minia, see fire will burn you. I want NFM Radio. To my dear Mansa Musa, a day bro. A job a copy memeda. And run on song, a copy known to. Listen to Fire Will Burn You on NFM Radio with Mansa Musa, Monday to Saturday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Ujai. Fire will burn you. You're welcome to the show. Another beautiful Wednesday evening here in London. Yes, say true, Uja. Mansa Musa, I'm sitting on the captain's bridge. I'm going to drive this ship. So come and join me to sail. So what is happening tonight and today and every time? Sometimes when I come and I think, Ghana and Sam, how am I going to continue? Right, so you are all welcome once again. It's a Wednesday evening show, the midweek, and it is Fire Will Burn You, metaphorically. If you want to come and discuss stuff, you must always know you know your stuff. Otherwise, when you come and, as we say in Akan, ubetutu papa swa, and the fire will surely burn you. You don't want that, do you? You don't want that. Anyway. So what's going on? What is going on in Ghana politics? Sometimes to me, I don't know. I really can't tell what is going on. Because if Ghana is that broke and they can't get money anywhere, yesterday Parliament sat to approve loans up to the tune of nearly $1 billion. 700 and something. And I'm thinking and asking myself, who is actually lending that money? And if we are able to receive such monies, then why do we have to go to the IMF? I don't know if anyone has the knowledge. Maybe you come and explain, because you know, I don't know. We can't get it. We can't get it. You go to one or two friends saying, advert here, banner here, to us.
Say dear, yenam top connect so e mani sika de bagana if we yasia fana nyina yentia kapre ane aye free top connect amasika mani aye mrekra ye wo hia ne se wo be download with top connect app no e Play Store dia ma wo Android phone ana se wo use iPhone so a ko Apple Store na download the top connect aye simple kra top connect wa man be bro num so wo Europe North America and Asia wo mane wo dofu sika fa top connect so a aye ntem na emre na mawa hoto so sese die sika manu edi foforo kra any top connect so we yan chechemu bia for top connect our +442 081 6155 and a +442 081 761 600 +447 882 950 088 and nasa hwehwe top connect our Belfont interfidie nyina so top connect Fesika mani wa dofwa sunjemu a untia kapre top connect yensu ye dienye
Let me go straight to the point. We will find wada. Once you attack and send business, so your work is here. Come air conditioner, and so damn air conditioning, and said that more cases no crane say. One funny papa, madam, installation now, Mountia. With everything called enterprise, air conditioning installation at the Mawa, Udamo, a Rubia, okay, you. Never called room, it's a cold stores, and in Bavia, you didn't ever see. I was saying, you know, everything called enterprise. A nice one at your mower, a Rubia, no, but you medicadica. You install central air conditioning, split air conditioning, car air conditioning, never solar panels also. You want a nice Eddie mower, or you will be a bus straight, not only in your body will fee. So, what do you say? And our gas in a say you'll come with the another dear, and our coast store dear. Nina, a very nice and quick, but we will be a yet the amount. Also, more bridge, I'm sit down, I will make anyone over to me afraid you can lie with so. Yeah, install air conditioning, Nibiamamu. Frank class 4478650279. Oh, wager, I just sent Ghana Fire Service. Wow, France 0544-489-343 and 0302-906-276. Your website, you know, everythingcode.org. And I send you email, kjamwako@yahoo.co.uk. Everything called enterprise, air conditioning, master, no.
President Nanado, your friend Matheson, Sunyana Namiwo. Makotena awonu Holland, ako Sam in Fifure. Sika kakra minyaye no. Me diaba mia me maimu Ghana. Diaba beto registered bank, JN Bank yi. President Nanado, ube TV so beka kire Ghana for se. JN Bank anye ne dwuma yi. Ti waje bank ne licenses no. Wo the customers ni sika be mo. 3 years muni mensanka ya misika. Sika kakre ka ye no so 550 million. Media kwa to commercial bank. Na me de commercial bank de me de misika koto ho a e save. President Nanado enam IMF bosiana wo kwa akoboni nti. Osimi misika 550 million na odi akwa akoye adwuma nya interest wo so no. Once the Quran on famame. Misika trend no so. Ose on famame. Just 2024. Na sika no interest ketuwa no a menya no. Obema mi mu 5%. Menya adwuma wo Ghana. Mintimi so enko Holland se me koye adwuma. Mimfi akọ animu kakra. Kwan ben so na mefa so a me ne meyire ne memba yibedidi. Mr. President, mesro se me ma se me be street carefree ho. Mia misika makosam infifre enya no. Mesro se obema mensa aka. Obi bia obi tie saa me audio me recording yi bi no. Mesro se mo de beto mo platform so. Ebetimi afa so ma President Nanado nensa aka. We nyama se mi bi etie. Ghana mpanyinfo mesro mo so se mo ne President Nanado be kasa ama me. Medamase.
Good morning, President Nana Addo Adankwa Akufo-Addo. Anopeyi mi bano boko. Midin the ASP retired Franklin Nate. Mesun Ghana ewo police mu 24 plus years. Na mi gratuity mensan kano milito bond 2 years aka 1 year this year September 2023 na mi bond no amateur wu adwina wudi ba ye say wakoboka ana wa bugana abofom enti me brama bre sika medito bond no commercial bank no onfa mame we enye am robber ena ebe chemeje misika o oman panyi a ya to abama no se onhwe yeso emra wo fru plane 18,000 pounds an hour nkrofo kachre wanted. Emra wo fa so many ministers say omunu na oni omu betumi aye adwuma. Nkrofo kachre o wanted. Ene your incompetence inti me bre amabre. Me disika yedi tua me ka say gratuity. Me fa hwe me ho so no. Usi wafa. This is 2033. Se mi manum na opese omumbe jisika na minana no mo a minim. President, woni diemu Israel. Unuana ni bank edi enim eji loans no. Mfaso a wanya no Israel. Mano fansa mfaso no. Ekutu sika no me sika no mfa mame Nanado utrimu ye din papa obi a maye djuma Ghana mra kire say 24 years plus no yentu ameka as a retired officer no usi wuntu ameka me nya 60 years here Nanado minister mi bisa wo. Have you been a civil servant in Ghana before? Have you worked as a civil servant? Please, Nanado, Mimpese mbe kasatia o. Mimpese mbe dumi wusu eni ubusia debi. Midi yao esreo. Tise na Mr. Matheson. Efri sunyani esreo no. Jai misika mami. Midi di ASP Franklin Kwesi Nate. Mi tome bon wo commercial bank. It was Accra North Branch. Please, I beg you, in the name of God, don't touch my money. Don't touch my money. Don't touch my money. Anybody who receives this, please send it to as many platforms. For Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo to see, to hear, and to see. Or his cousin Ken Oforiatta should hear. Please, 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 Nanado, I'm not supposed to beg you. Because when you were begging that you should be tried, I remember traveling from Kumasi to Kofrodua to vote for you 2016, thinking you are bringing something on board. I regretted it. I have regretted all my life. Some friends told me, "Anka unya accident or question na uya." Well, Nanado, please, whoever received this message, forward it to as many platforms. Let Nanado hear me and ensure I have my money. Thank you.
What's name wacha? Mama inji 2 years. Sesia the Fiora Bia 2 years. I want them. What's name? What's name 2 years? We are 2 years ago. Sesia no. Dan someone has said per se. Open single room. Sesia no put 600. Put 500. Put 700, 800. You're dying. Sesia agent for age 100 CDs for viewing fee, and I say 80 Ghana for viewing fee. Just show you the room. Sesia if you're a for beer, the Omodayam agent for Uchia 9,600. Also Uchia agent 900, 600, 900 and almost 1,000 CDs. Why? Sesia you to the end day. Why? Like why? What? Like why? Hey, like it's serious. Say, Matsna demo 2 years. I'm paying 8,000. Now I'm supposed to pay 9,600. And you're taking the 2 years. You take 1 year and put. Because you see, me 6 months in 1 year. Say we hear Juma me fiera. Uba boa no busumi pay the amount. Say 600 or say 700. You have to eat only small one a pay because a whole month no pay. And si back on one by a day. Ume should be you. Ume should be you or my one penny for Munka once a machine. Youth for the year brenna ye kum anyhow. A direct in tea ye begging pontino. Uba come ye kum. Bobe koma ye kunti youth nti ye bra no muhu edan sem kunye adey how Ghana ye ble papa adey and the fiera walk in nka jeferese me patro me pedai mod because who agents viewing fees or do cut set them or bet you 80 CDs and now say 100 CDs. And then dance so man dying, who could have 600? Oh, no single room name. Or do 2 years, 600 CDs, 2 years. Because of that, into the old thing with that or no person or two. Now or do a for a show on 600, 500. Then they would turn into a person who 2 years. At the moon come shame my say you to the year bread. Ye ani beto abo ni ye aso ye to aba. Na me dey influence in crop for keke.
Yeah. So basically, what you have there are you have communication specialists, directors of communications, deputy directors of communications, technical communication assistants, media aides, media liaison officers, communication consultants, presidential advisor on media, who has a technical director to the presidential advisor. Then you have the ministers of state at the presidency.
And these guys are there for information minister.
Yes.
No, go through that list again. Just on the communication side.
There's a lot to communicate.
Stop it.
I'm just telling you.
You have information minister who's cabinet level.
Who has ISD working for him too.
And then you're having all these guys working under the presidency.
Who work under communications directorate. Yeah.
Of the presidency.
Yeah. There's a lot to communicate.
You can't be serious.
I'm just telling you, there's a lot to communicate. So
and what are the conditions of service of these people?
Nobody knows. That's the issue.
That's why the transparency is not. So if I'm a lecturer in Legon and I've been teaching for 15 years, right? And I struggle to get my PhD. And then you have somebody who is a technical director to who has access to fuel. Read the letter they wrote. They said their fuel thing is not gone up. So this technical director, what's the competence, what's the qualification of somebody to do this work? So if we are not transparent, and I'm saying that this is mathematics, this one is not sentiment. If the government wants the pressure from the labor unions to go down, and they want to, and if they want a credible plan for IMF to, if the plan is not credible, see, if people don't accept the plan, it's not credible. If the labor unions, the businesses don't accept the policy, the IMF will not accept it. So if they will not be transparent with these guys and say, this is what we are doing, I can understand why you have all these guys working, and what are they doing? You said they have a lot to communicate. What are they communicating?
I'm just telling you. But if what would be the justification for
look at
directors of communications?
Mention the mention the post again. Mention the thing again.
So the directors of communications.
How many directors of communication?
Yes, 4.
4 directors of communication, and then deputy director of communication.
There are 5 deputy directors
at the presidency.
Yes.
And then which one again?
2 communication specialists.
So the director is not a specialist. Okay, the specialist below.
There's a lot to communicate.
2 communication specialists and
2
then
communication officers. 5 technical communication assistants.
So you have 4, 5, 9, 6, 7 plus 3, 10, 15.
Media aid.
How many?
1.
Media aid.
Assistant media liaison officer.
17.
Communication consultant.
18.
Then there's a presidential advisor on media.
Charlie, are you sure you are not joking? Are you sure? What are you? What? Not joking. What are you saying? No.
Of all the positions,
guys, let's go through this again. Let's go through this thing again. I want to be sure. And sorry if we are picking.
NFM Radio, Emudaho. Minia, see fire will burn you. I want NFM Radio. Jumedia Mansa Musa ede bro. Ejuada kopem memneda. And on song. Ekopem non do. Listen to Fire Will Burn You on NFM Radio with Mansa Musa Monday to Saturday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
right. Hello. Sorry about the loud silence. A little bit of no sound or no noise coming from me, Mansa Musa. The noise was all about music, but we are not here to only play and listen to music. We are here to talk and to listen, to have a chat, to have a banter. I'm trying to get some information from Accra, which is rather very difficult these days. Not many people want to have a chat with Mansa Musa. I don't know for whatever reason. But yeah, another Wednesday, and yesterday, as we all expected, new loans has been approved by the parliament. It is easier for me to say that it is the NPP parliamentarians who have passed it. But honestly speaking, these days, there's not much we can say about the NDC parliamentarians. It is a fact, it is true that even if the NDC had all the numbers, or the NDC had all worked out, still, as it is, the MPP will still pass those legislatures or those requirements. It's equally true that even if the NDC had the majority in parliament, I am quite sure still Akufo-Addo's government would survive, because some of the NDC MPs, for their own personal interest, which usually they tend to rather attribute that to a sense of doing us a favor, that we Ghanaians a favor, that if they don't support the government, then the government will collapse, Ghana cannot move on. So in the end, those MPs will tell you that nobody can coach the parliament, or no one can tell parliament what to do. So even though some of the NDC MPs made big noise about not supporting this round of loan approval measures, it's true that maybe many of the NDC people didn't want this to happen. But the group is not united, it's so polarized. The NDC fraternity in the parliament, somehow, sometimes, now we people feel as though they are holding us to ransom. They are, they know that the NDC hierarchy or the party cannot do much about them. Every country in this world, everywhere that this sort of parliamentary system or this multi-party system is being practiced as democracy, the parliamentarians are obliged, even though to serve their constituencies or constituents, they are obliged to obey their party. Parliamentarians are obliged, they are under obligation to work for, to support, to work in the name of their party. But this NDC group will tell you, one or two of them will tell you, nobody can tell them what to do. So yesterday again, Akufo-Addo and his people, by everything going as normal, will lay hands on nearly $800 million, 7 point something, all in all. for me, my question this evening is if we can actually borrow this money at this time, then what the heck are we doing with IMF? Why don't we just sit in the parliament and keep borrowing? After all, the IMF 3 billion is also borrowing. It's not for free. Whether it is without interest or whatever it is, fair enough, but they are not giving us anyway. So if it is, the way forward is to borrow, then we might as well, just leave the IMF alone and go a borrowing. Ghana for yehu mintiasie. Yet Tihoma East Yaba, Emma, the same group of people, Omokas are buying Bobusia Kradodo. Are buying Bobusia Kradodo. Are buying Bobusia Kradodo. We can recall the parliament in haste. Quickly to come and sit down to pass another law to approve more loans for Akufo-Addo and his people. And this one, I'm trying to get some answers, but it's not forthcoming. I'm trying seriously to get some answers. This loan, how are they going to be contracted? I mean, how is the loan going to come in? Is the loan coming straight to the Bank of Ghana? And the loan arrangement and agreement and everything will be prepared by the Parliament and Bank of Ghana? So there won't be any middleman like the Capital Bank or what's the name of what's the name? Kenufurata Bank, Data Bank. Is there going to be a middle person like Data Bank, to gain, to benefit from this loan now? Yes, I think as Ghanaians, it's only fair that we ask this question. Beg your pardon, I just needed a little bit of coffee. It looks as if the caffeine has to kick in because the whole afternoon I've been feeling rather not very active. I don't know why. These things happen. So, my question is, Parliament approved loan agreement totaling $710 million. If we go through the previous budgets and government document, the Ministry of Finance, left, right, and center, you'll find out that some loans have been collected previously for certain particular projects or certain assignments. The latest one, which we all know, the loan that has been collected and yet not much is done, is the monies for a stadium to be built for the All African Games. As we speak, oh Jesus Christ. As we speak, that stadium at a place called Botiano is still there, waiting to be built so that the games can go ahead. Ghana for mean Timwasio, mean who the Koso. It said Parliament has approved a total of $710 million in an emergency sitting yesterday. In emergency sitting. How did it come about that if this money, very crucial, Parliament, the government, everyone couldn't sanction it prior to going on recess, Easter recess? Why this haste? Why this giddy that it has to be done now? The MPs were summoned from Easter break purposely for the 7 loan agreement, which some of which have been outstanding since last year. The point is, you see, all these loans now, yeah, Gigino. Say, Obia Betuaka say, oh, this time around, the loans will be used for the purpose for which it has been granted or it has been taken. If that were the case, or were to be the case, then it's a loan, but at least we know it's being used for something better, and we can pinpoint to things that the loans have been used for. But this is the case. It looks as if, say, another bunch, another chunk of monies is being collected from abroad, from lenders, from banks. As we speak, the other time I read, lots of Nigerian banks operating in Ghana are going bust. They are falling out of favor in Ghana. It is a shame. It is rather worrying. In a country that now you can actually feel and see the physical effect, the physical negative effect of illegal mining in our country, Ghana. Now everybody can feel and see the effect, the damage that illegal mining is causing to Ghana and to Ghanaians. Ever since Akufo-Addo and his party came to power, it is all about fighting Galamsey. To say it bluntly, Akufo-Addo is shamefully shameless, or the other way around, shamelessly shameful. Who on this planet will say in public, I've put my presidency on certain commitment? I have put my presidency on a certain commitment. And that commitment, having failed miserably, this guy has he hasn't got the sense of presence. It's like a foolish child. A foolish child, when he's rebuked, when he's being told off by his parent, he will still be jumping and shouting and crying and asking for more. Like a foolish child. Akufo-Addo told us that he is putting his presidency on what he wants to embark on, and that is to fight Galamsey, to fight illegal mining. Recent and not very, ancient events has proven that people involved, some of whom, people who were charged or taxed, who were directed to lead the fight against Galamsey, most of these people, if not all of them, are now engaging in the same criminal act. It's an open secret in Ghana. Everybody knows this. So usually what happens elsewhere is that any country, most countries, South, Latino, South America, Asia country, anywhere, the president will be reshuffling and changing, chopping and changing, because he doesn't seem to trust his people. He's hearing too much rumors, or some of them, proving wrongdoings and the rest. You'll be changing them. In Ghana, Akufo-Addo is taking Ghanaians to be fools and doesn't care. Someone who claims to be very, very particular, who claims to be serious about what he says, that I Akufo-Addo, I want to stop this galamsey thing. It so happened that some of us started blaming and started pointing accusing fingers at this Dr. Frimpong Boateng, saying that he was among the group, the clique, that have destroyed the environment or helped destroy them by engaging in this galamsey or this mining, illegal mining thing. We thought he was included. I personally wrote a certain piece some time ago that when the excavator things happened, then Akufo-Addo invited Frimpong Boateng to travel to Holland or somewhere. And that they were, birds of the same feather, so, they had to flock together. Not knowing this, Frimpong Boateng guy had already submitted a report. Frimpong Boateng had submitted a report for 2 good years. This report on the desk in front of Akufo-Addo. And Akufo-Addo was going round in Ghana, telling everybody how he and his people are looking for the galamsey wrongdoers. Akufo-Addo and his people were going round telling Ghanaians that he, Akufo-Addo, and the rest of the group, they are actually looking for people doing galamsey to arrest and prosecute. Ghana for na Bonnie Ben Ghana for Akufo-Addo. Is it that this guy really knows what is happening, he doesn't care, or he hasn't got the power, the willpower to control things? Or is it that he's very naive, he doesn't know what is going on? Akufo-Addo has not come out to say anything tangible about any serious incident or anything that happens. Speaking to the people like equals, telling them how difficult it has been, how disappointed you are or you've been with some of your own appointees for not being able to be, for not showing loyalty and honesty to you, the president, and to Ghanaians. Akufo-Addo goes around and talks as though, things are happening in its right direction, that Bibi Ekoso. Just like the foolish thinking, the foolish thought that is happening in Ghana today. Like people who resign, not because the government is doing something wrong and they don't like it, but rather they have accumulated so much money, they are going to fight for flag bearership. When, as a government, you are all included in a cabinet, mess up everything, nobody is saying anything, just that we will break the 8. it is, I don't know. I really don't know. For those of you guys, those people who are gaining personally, getting some monies here and there, maybe you build a house out of this calamity, I will understand you if you still support. But those of you who have nothing, those of you that have nothing, that you are not gaining anything from this Akufo-Addo debacle, calamity, that you are not benefiting anything, I don't see why you should still be attached to, because there's no principle here. So your only principle is that we are Kaini. Because I know some very good, well-educated people who cannot bring themselves. I mean, they can't bring themselves to speak the truth. I mean, to tell it as it is. Things that has happened, any country leader or leadership would come out and speak properly. This Galamsey thing, we are just, being a bit flippant, just talking like as though it is something very simple. The amount of money wasted, the amount of money shared, the free money that came out of the fact that the government want to restore, normality, to bring back normality to this, what we call environmental atmospheric disturbances being caused by people doing Galamsey. So the goodwill coming from individuals, or let's say commercial, private banks and other governments, and some borrowing to do Galamsey to stop, and those things. Those monies are just gone. And every measure, any criteria used to determine either this Galamsey is a failure or is a success, the simple criteria is so practical, everybody can see it. If some place was, you can see from the sky, you can see it is red, bare land, all the trees gone. And after 2 years, you can see that place is green. Oh, that means very good. The vegetation is coming over again, so it means the Galamsey fight is winning. Or some rivers and small streams were very, very brown, dirty, contaminated. Now they look nice, it's getting cleaner. Then that is the criteria, the measurement to know if Galamsey is succeeding, the anti-Galamsey is succeeding or not. But everybody knows in Ghana that it is failing. How and why our president does not talk about it genuinely and honestly with us, and show, or let's say, exhibit that, to do something to show Ghanaians that he knows that some people, at least, if not himself, some of his appointees to look after these things have failed, and he is maybe taking action. And we have all these men around him and about him going around telling Ghanaians that, oh, we are better to break the 8. Ghana is a funny place, oh. Ghana is really a funny place. Because if you come to think about it, the result, the resultant effect that will show you that Galamsey is destroying environment, water, and everything, is there for all to see. It's very simple. You can see the big rivers turning from no color to brown color or dirty color. We can all see how how forests and even the protected or forest reserves are being, what is the word for it? Violated. The forest reserve or forest protection concept is all being violated. And up to date, you will hear the what we call a special prosecutor. Yes, we've got some prosecutions to go. Up to date, we don't know of anybody that apparently all those very big men, the rich people who can actually afford, to purchase or a cost or the price of an excavator, those people, not a single one straight away. So this a figurehead, a well-known person, or either a politician, a civil servant, supporter of the party, he was arrested and is being sent to court. His properties confiscated for a meantime or something. No. You hear the up to date. Akufo-Addo is fighting Galamsey. And the annoying thing, disgracefully annoying about all this is that Akufo-Addo goes about functions, lectures, addresses, speeches, as though there's, it's like the governance is okay. Mesi Ghana for mo hu ani kapa o. Akufo-Addo and his people behaving as though everything is okay. But I don't blame him too much. Or I don't want to blame him alone, because like yesterday, they sat in the parliament. I said many of the NDC people did not this to happen. But I know many who will just sit down and whatever Akufo-Addo says, he will get it from the NDC side in the parliament. They don't give a damn what their constituents feel, what their base, their what do we call it, the grassroots, what they think, how they feel. No, that isn't their matter at all. Because the whole system is governed on deceit. When the time comes, he will have enough money to go and share 10 CDs here, 20 CDs there, 15 CDs here, 100 CDs there, for him to be voted to become MP again. So it is not about genuine principle or, as we say in Buddhist, cause and effect type of thinking. No. Can you imagine that in Europe here or somewhere, there is a problem, a menace, serious menace, causing, flood or anything, so many, seriously. And the government will waste money that we are fighting it. Then even the small rumors that people in government circles are involved in the opposite or doing the right opposite of what the executive or the government wants to achieve. And you think the prime minister or the president of European country, whatever, will just be normal about it? That from the 2017, 18, 19 up to date, we don't have a properly structured sort of, there has not been any proper prosecution. That's what I want to say. No proper prosecution. So much so that now, the Galamsey is not like Galamsey, it's everybody and everywhere. Because the idea is that whether it's true or not, whether it's just, the perception or reality, people think, a binary penny for say yebi. And so why not we? They say from 2017 to date, you see, anti-Galamsey. on my papa bia moi enka Kate Jefua akọ court Emma at least ye busa na enu asem. What happened? Why was your excavator destroyed? What was it doing at the time it was destroyed or something? For her to argue that, look, it was maybe found at the wrong place at the wrong time. It was an innocent sort of occurrence, that has brought about this. But we all know, after Sir John's death, if Sir John dear Senka Wenwa, and Kabana Ghana half Yanidia, and Kwasia Semuseya, and Kwasia Semuseya, oh. Yes, no one will be able to one way, to Sabina and Samuno. Sir John Wa, and Kagana no half Yanidia. As we speak, we have people alive doing the same thing. Yesterday, or 3-4 days ago, I see some royal cemetery in Chebi. So, yes, you're in Naton. You sold the land. In all this, if you have a land to sell, fine. But everything should be above board. Should be done properly. Not because you have your what do we call your side, your brother, your uncle, your friends, your tribespeople in power, so you can do anything you want. I have somebody I always, whenever I meet him, I blame him. I say, Mukamubi. Because this gentleman I'm talking about is a pure, deep Ashanti guy, MPP fellow, who is very, very, very angry with Akufo-Addo, but he cannot speak in public. Why? I don't know. He doesn't want to speak in public. And so, I brought full life. Me can see Nipakroti London have you. Meaning in the UK ha. I brought full say a chrome say a besiamro. Omunti sao. Ne brother na ye prime minister mpona ne brother ni Jimia. Obeba out abeka. Meja the party na man, meja the government na man with the air course no nya dia me Tomakuma so. That's it. When they go home, they are still brothers. Yes, so dear, people who claim that, they are very respectful people, they are MPB, Pomu Penny4. Nase Akufo-Addo, Jimmy Omani, sir, who say I cannot speak in public. I got you one or two adverts, Yembra.
Say dear, yenam top connect so emanisika de bagana if we yasia fanani na yenchia kapre. Ane aye free. Top connect a masika money ayem rekra. Ye wuhia ne se oba download with Top Connect app no our Play Store. Diama wo Android phone. And as we use iPhone so or Apple Store na download the Top Connect. Aye simple cra. Top Connect wa manda radio num so wo Europe, North America and Asia. Woman wo dofu sika fa Top Connect so aye ntem na emre na mawa hoto swonso sese die sika manu di foforo kra any Top Connect so we yan chechemu bia for Top Connect our +442 081 6155 and a +442 081 761 600 +447 882 950 088 and nasa hwehwe Top Connect our befontin fidie nyina so Top Connect Fesika mane wa dofo sunjemu a untia kapre Top Connect yensu ye die
Abusia, let me go straight to the point. We will find wada. Once you attack and send be says so your work come air conditioner and also dumb air conditioning no and said that more no crane say one funny papa manama installation now mountia with everything called enterprise air conditioning installation at the Mawa Udamo a Rubia Okanu never cold room it's a cold stores and a Bavia you didn't ever see I was saying you know everything called enterprise ever a nice one at your Mawa a Rubia no but you you install central air conditioning split air conditioning car air conditioning never solar panels also you want a nice Edimowa or you be a straight now to your body will fee. So what do you say? And our gas in a say you'll come with the analfia dear and our coast store dear. A very nice and quick but we will be a baby yet the amount. Also more bridge Bobby sit down my canoe and open to me afraid you can lie with so nearby install air conditioning Ibiamamu. Frank was 447508650279. Oh wager adjacent kind of fire service wow France 0544489343 and 0302906276. Your website you know everythingcode.org and I send you email kjamwako@yahoo.co.uk. Everything Code Enterprise air conditioning master no
NFM Radio emudaho NFM Radio emudaho
Baby
right. Aqua babium. What the actor has to say, Richard said. Yeguso. It is who will become person who frame me Anyway, so we are talking about the issues coming out of that place called Ghana. As we speak, I say again, yesterday, the parliament, including some NDC members, have approved a sum of $710 million. Obi Senior Mansa Musa, these NDC people are fools because part of the money will be used by Akufo-Addo and his people for election purposes against the NDC themselves. So why will they do that? It beats my imagination. I totally agree with you, but so it said the facilities are 60 million. Is it 60.6 million as a third additional financing for Ghana COVID-19 emergency preparedness and response project. COVID-19 emergency preparedness and response project. As we sit here, I try to get the health minister to ask him what this means exactly. The COVID-19 emergency preparedness response project. Today, as we all sit here on the planet, people have moved on from COVID issues. In Ghana, our government is borrowing money allegedly for emergency preparedness and response for COVID-19. Anyway, I'll say another 150 million to finance the West Africa Food Systems Reliance Program. West Africa Food Systems Reliance Programs. I tell you, look, I'm not sitting here to say or pretend I know everything and understand everything. I personally want to know, want to have understanding, the appreciation of some of these things. What is West Africa Food System Reliance Program? What is it? Somebody will have to come and explain. Oh, it is that we in the West Africa, we are going to build silos to store food, and so that is our share of the loan we have to contract to build silos or something. I want an explanation. And I'll say 170 million euro for the establishment of Development Bank of Ghana. So they want to establish. Hello, Michael. Michael, long time. Oh. Long time since our friend then Commander Sugar Factory or started already. You mean Minty won't come you. Mr. Michael Boat, this is not funny. Oh.
No, it's not funny. It's not funny. But I told you are coming to talk about the Elmina Fishing Harbor, which of course they have completed 100%, and now it is President probably will come on 26 May to commission it. Papa, Elmina Fishing Harbor. I'm telling you, very beautiful edifice. I'm telling you, very beautiful edifice, which is going to employ more people. That is what is there. Elmina Fishing Harbor. I will be there to snap the places, and I will try to get the pictures and whatever for you to see.
So Elmina Fishing Harbor, the old harbor. What happened to the old harbor?
You say which harbor?
The Elmina Fishing Harbor.
I'm
I'm asking you, the Elmina fishing harbor existed. What happened to it?
Oh no, the president came, he caught sword on it, and then now the harbor, they have completed it fully.
Okay. So I'm coming. The old fishing landing spot was there, and so now it has been.
No, it was a new something that President caught sword on it, and it has been commissioned.
All right. Okay. All right. If you say so, fine. That's good. What happened to the Commander Sugar Factory?
The Commander Sugar Factory, for now, I think that the concentration came on the distance. I think they have fixed everything. What is left now, I must be honest with you, what is left now is to get the raw materials. And now they are working on it to get the raw materials. So the argument now is that they have fixed all the machines, they have fixed everything, the 40 whatever machine, they have fixed it. Now they have to get a lot of raw materials. And when they start, they start. So this is what I'm hearing, that they have to make sure people contribute a lot of them, and they are trying to take a loan. This is what they are saying from Parliament.
Oh, they are going to take a loan again. I thought there was a loan facility from India.
Some of this money to hello, can you hear me?
I thought there was a loan facility from India.
No, that money didn't come on. If you remember, somewhere in November, was it November? I think October 2016. That the Parliament could do that for 2016.
So we are now in 2023. A factory was built, and we left the factory to rot. Now we are still looking for loan to go and plant sugarcane.
I'm coming. Why are you saying that the factory is rotten? What have you seen? That the factory is rotten. Have you seen it?
Mr. Botio, a factory was built. Mr. Botio, a factory was built in 2016. Mr. Botio, a factory was built in 2016. 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You still haven't got sugarcane to feed the factory, and you are claiming credit.
Tell him, no, you see, it is not about getting there. No, wait, getting there. This, you see, there were a lot of. It's not at the time that they were built. No, it wasn't the time that they were built. The most important aspect of it is that, you see, the factory was built 2016 by Septec. They commissioned it. It couldn't work. The question is that why is it that it couldn't work? It's not the raw materials.
Listen. The factory couldn't work because they commissioned it. It was cosmetics just for political expediency. I understand.
That is what.
But for 5, 6, 7 years, you can't get one single factory to work.
No. You talk about rotting. And what I'm saying is that have you seen the current state of the factory?
Well,
it is not rotting.
Look. We've spent over nearly getting to 70 million on a factory that should cost us. No, but your wait. Listen, you can be MPP man, but I know of course we are on air.
Oh. I'm surprised. You didn't even tell me.
Listen, I sent you a link that shows that I'm on air. I called you and you called me back.
I just saw your missed call and
I sent you.
Of the matter.
Listen. You can be a passionate MPP, but let me tell you this: that I know the inside out of Ghana, and it is not pretty. What I'm saying is that one factory that should cost about 30 million or so, now we are spending about 70 million on the same factory and it's still not working.
Yes. Mansa Musa, you see, the truth is that you need to understand this. Apart from the factory, why is it that, yes, it's very good that our focus is on factory. Apart from this, President thought that, no, he promised the people, he also promised the people in commanded for them that you want to build a harbor for them. You are not talking about a harbor. by somebody's cost. You want him to fix it.
Listen. Look, why not you buno so you pede you chire we are for the yes you adwene no mo boy today South Americans, Europeans and Asians are or they kasa ne ye enwuma ye not just because you are not just because you are MPP no not just because of Mama Kasa Mama Kasa I will let you speak let me finish my point. Look, a chrome ha you ha abai now our power no nimu nkrofo they have criticized the government for doing something wrong. You see what I mean? The same party, conservative, they have criticized the executive for getting something wrong. It's not just because you are MPP supporter, everything you have to defend.
It's quite unfortunate. No, listen, it's quite unfortunate, and I will give you everything. Where I am now, that's why I asked you, I didn't know, but where I am now, the noisy and whatever. But this Commander Sugar Factory issue, we are going to discuss it into details. I couldn't be able to share Commander Sugar Factory, but discuss it.
When was the last time you said, when was the last time they told you? When was the last time they told you that it was going to be working, it's going to be effective? Okasakra, you promised me.
President came for a visitor. In overchecking Yaman machines now. But election yet under I news the president has come to commission it. It wasn't so. President came for a visit. President Bay or Boho, no visitor, almost there. My sister now. 160 now 1 year Jumano. Or
and why should the president visit? Why should the president visit when we had Alan Chiremati who was looking after those things? What was his use?
What is wrong with president inspecting projects? I mean, is it that we haven't seen this thing before?
From 2016, from 2016, no, as we speak, yesterday, as we speak, over $700 million has been approved there.
Who is the current president? I said, blah. Who is the current president? Who is the president now?
No, after the president, after this president after the president is useless. No, I will tell you for free. Our president is useless. He is useless. The whole we are saying now, the whole world, everybody, nobody want to deal with him. Do you know why the IMF they don't want to deal with the president? The IMF know that this president is useless.
No. You can't say president is useless.
Whether it is NDC, MPP, if the president is useless, it's useless. No. As for we in Europe, we can say our prime minister is useless. No, Mr. Kromaha, you can say the prime minister is useless. Nobody. Well,
and you can't talk somebody who built a factory and then we said we claim that he has built a factory and those stuff, whatever, he commissioned it, it's better. It's not useless. So you never insulted him at that time.
Stop. We insulted Mahama plenty times. Let me find a quote. Let me find a quote.
Just find a way of using the word.
I'm going to find a quote for you. I'm going to find a way. Mr. Botu, I'm going to find a quote from Baumia's wife. What Baumia himself didn't say about Mahama. If a president is okay, the president is incompetent. Can I say that?
No. Yeah. So, Mansa. In fact, I'm currently on the street and a whole lot of noise there.
Yes, I can hear that noise. Find time, we will talk again.
But no, we will talk again. It's very important to me. Okay, thank you.
Have a good evening, my good friend.
No, we have to talk. We have to talk about community issues.
You have a good name, but you have lost your way. For Nkrumah's offspring to come and follow these UP people.
You can't tell me somebody here on your BB. Some people also say,
Nkrumah's body's offspring to come and follow UP tradition. To do Ghana like this. What's Ghana no poto? Still I
I'm coming. Alone, Indian government may take $6.5 million. Also, waste the factory. In the factory, no, within the 6 months, and that person is so useless, very competent. And
that's what you talk. That's what you people said. That's why they voted against you. How about you they voted against Mahama? That's what you said.
I'm going to give you, Mansa.
And now yet to IMF one deal crumple yenyebi. The mediocre deal cry yenyebi.
But Marty, we will talk about some of these things.
All right, we will talk another time.
It's very important. Let's base our issues on community. It's very important. I need this things. Let's base our issues on community. It's very important to me.
Marty.
Yes, sir.
Listen, have a good evening.
Oh, yes, sir. It's me, well. Yeah, so Mansa.
Yes. Bye.
Bye, Mansa.
Right. Baumia's wife. He said, my husband is an economic whiz kid. He has displayed it over the years. If you want to know the true measure of his brain, ability, and what he will do for Ghana, then you should be looking at the combined expertise of both the IMF and World Bank put together. Remember, he was once their consultant. This is the part about Dr. Bawumia that many do not know. Let him take over the economic management of Ghana in 2017, and you will see what I mean. The weak cedi will regain its value and become equal to American dollar. Her Excellency, Samira Bawumia. Jesus Christ. I go because it may enjoy a better medieval. Oh. And Kwasi Akikasa, Bawumia wife, oh. You say, well, make her read them again. I'll read, don't worry. Mansa Musa is on the captain's bridge. Just me call Ghana. NPP Nini Barawo de Titara now. So I'm on the road and it is so noisy and let's talk again. Oh, Buakra. Right. So I wrote this something small this afternoon about this galamsey. Let me just read out quickly. It said, I wrote that, who are these galamsey invisible invisibles? They are invisible and invisibles. Just you can't get them, you can't beat them, you can't track them. They are not to be seen physically, mentally, emotionally, everywhere. These galamsey people in Ghana, they are invisible. You can't see them. Ghana's water bodies have become colorful, in inverted commas. And since 2018 or thereabout, the whole Ghana is going round looking for the perpetrators, the illegal miners. Hey, Yado. When I was in the process of acquiring knowledge from the very humble environment at the Arakan Barracks Middle, my elementary school was located adjacent to Colonel Ike Achampon's humble military abode. And that was true. Our school was not far from at all from Ike Achampon's house. The front facade of the entire school, or facade, overlooked the 5th Battalion Infantry, 5BN. Our school was overlooking the 5th Battalion infantry parade ground. So when the soldiers were marching left, right, we'll be watching them. We had water tap right in the open. The water tap for the school, it was running all the time. There was never a time that the water tap was shut. In Sholuba, pa. So during break time, I don't want to be the first, because when you open the tap first, you see that it's a bit hot because of the sun. But later on, you see that it's cold and beautiful and nice. This water tap provided us with, This water tap provided us with clean and pleasant drinking water all my days and years at the school. That was a long time ago. In my day, we had teachers who taught everything and anything. You see, the teachers from elementary school, they will teach you the arithmetic, the English, the grammar, spelling, the mental, the 3 times 3, 9, 3, something, all the times. They will teach you the music, how to read the music notes, everything. And some of them, one teacher, very, very good, he was teaching us sports as well. One day, a female teacher, whose name I have forgotten, honestly, her husband was a major in the army and a referee on football match days. Her husband was a referee as well, a soldier and a referee. This teacher, in one science class, she asked me to describe the color of water. And the assumption here is that we're talking about clean water. As I hesitated to find the reasoning for my answer, I haven't even said, spoken, but I knew my answer would be wrong. So as I tried to find the answer, she decided to, relieve me of my ignorance or agony and embarrassment. The teacher saw that I'm struggling. So she handed me a piece of chalk and asked me to go to the blackboard to write the word colorless. Colorless. After writing the word colorless on the board, the teacher said to the whole class, now say after me, the color of water is colorless. This should never leave your mind, your brain. So from that time on, I thought or knew that the color of water is colorless. Water has no color. Since them crazy but innocent school days, I have regarded water of every kind, whether seawater or anything, I have regarded water of any kind to be colorless up until our time in the 21st century. What I'm talking about was in around 1970, middle 70s or 73, 74, whatever. All one has to do, if you can afford it, is to fly in a helicopter above Ghana. And you will see that, contrary to the scientific beliefs, the color of water has now become colorful. Now water has got a color, from colorless to colorful. This is thanks to the activities of illegal miners. Most of Ghana's great rivers have regrettably attained the unenviable colorful status. And nobody in Ghana wants this. But as we broach, as we speak, as we contemplate, the Chinese People's Army, the entire Ghana Army, troops from the Gonda barracks, troops from the old colonial army barracks in Kumasi, from the 2BN, from Rawlins's former Air Force base, the Ghana Police, the Yoko, the Shraj, people from the Special Prosecutor's Office, the Special Prosecutor himself, the Ombudsman, the Director of State Protocol, the Ghana Parliament, Mr. Bambabin, Kwesi Pratt, Kweku Baku, Nanadu himself, Mr. Ewusi, and Chema Wuntumi, and Asante Hine. Every one of them, everybody who is anybody is going around looking for those reckless, unpatriotic, illegal miners. Those bad people are destroying everything we hold dear. They have vanishing powers. You see, the what do you call them? The miners, the illegal miners, Galamsey people, they have vanishing powers. Omu Juju, they can vanish. So we can't find them. All these police and army and military, they are Santehine, they are Chehine, Ekufadu himself, they are all looking for the Galamsey people. But the Galamsey people, no more Diedro, they have vanishing powers. So we can't find them. Even some say that these Galamsey people, they are not humans. They are from they are extraterrestrial beings. They are from far away planets. They don't live in Ghana, the Galamsey people. That's why we can't find them. You see? We can't find the Galamsey people in Ghana. From 2017, 2018, Akufo-Addo said he has put his presidency or whatever, his presidential chair or his presidential coat or something, he has put it on hold for Galamsey fight. We can't find one Galamsey kingpin in Ghana. Can you imagine? And I make us say, Galamsey for na diedro, and you show more ye who Akufo-Addo born umadi bia, but ye who Galamsey for no more diedro. Now the excavator crack to me vanish. Ghana for for about 6, 7, whatever years, you know. Yeah, fighting Galamsey, Emma, up to date, yeah, Galamsey new party three back who crowd Ghana. And so say, so who is actually doing what? Who is doing it? That's why for me, I've come to the conclusion that these people, they have to do these Galamsey people. That's why when they find them, we know they find them. Now, over the Ghana Mumpa, hey. When him said during Kufuor's time too, we had this problem. Some Kufuor's parliament, Kufuor's people, they said some business engagement or transaction, official business transaction, and they gave the address. The address was in UK here. Later, when people went to see the address for that transaction, official transaction, they found out it was somebody's barber shop. Now, me tell you, one would have thought that during the colonial days, when nobody has been to Europe before, only few people, you can lie to people. So, Kufuor's time, this NPP same group, they lied to Ghanaians about certain transaction and its address or location in UK. The time people came to UK to look for that address, they found out that it wasn't any official proper address for the said business. Rather, it was somebody's home, somebody's barber shop. Now today, move on to 2023. We've had the same thing revisiting Ghanaians again. If you read the first report, Ablakwa's first report, about the fact that he traveled to America to go and find out or observe all those things about the cathedral. All those things about the cathedral. Ablakwa went to the United States to go and look for answers. And if you read his first report, it tells you that when he went to the US to go and look for the, is it the headquarters or a place which is supposed to have the address for what do we call it? The cathedral. The cathedral something. It said here are Blackwest 5 new National Cathedral bombshells after U.S. trip. And when you read this report, you can see that, why are people bent on deceiving Ghanaians like this? Abrako found out that a cathedral project registered in Washington under different name. No member of clergyman on Ghana Board of Trustees listed in U.S. documents. Address to U.S. registration document fraudulent. Then he met American consultant who was paid $6 million. American consultant to Akufo-Addo the $6 million. I told you before that Akufo-Addo is like a child. You know, when you are a child, you know money as just the money. But the value of that money, it can get finished, or it can get lost, or it can get missing. That's why I usually remember when you are working with your mom or dad or something, and your uncle or your auntie, gives you a present, dash you £5 or 1 CD note or 20 those days. 10 pesos was big money, 20 pesos even bigger. If an adult gives you money, then your mom will collect it, because the idea is that you may just lose the money. And when you are a kid and you ask for something and you are not getting it, you become sad and you become miserable, and sometimes you cry because you think your parents are being wicked. Why are they saying they don't have the money? Because you don't know the concept. You don't know that the money can. Akufo-Addo is not being because Ghana no. Si can see akwaji say bi ho. Also obaji saying obaji saying obaji 100 pounds. Money 200 pounds. That's the behavior of Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo just gave somebody in America $6 million. Over that cathedral, I saw a consultant. Address now, consultation equals to US, you know. A black acquire, or see address in the OB warehouse, they store coffee. Hey! Hey, Joe. Ablakwa revealed in a write-up that the project is registered in the U.S. state of Washington, D.C. under the name National Cathedral of Ghana and Bible Museum Foundation Incorporated or Inc. Now, what can I know? Address now, baby, U.S. no, Ghana say, baby, represents a honor cathedral no. Send representation with America. If you go there, you don't see anything there. Just a warehouse where they store coffee beans. This sort of thing, by now, a Kropapa and newspapers, and they are pushing the IGP, either Yoko or the Shraj, whatever. They are investigating seriously already. People are asking questions. But no. The same people now, almost sunlight, so they want to be in power again. Because him say you microphone be brain no, ko school class lo Jimmy. Na same microphone be tratra TV so kasa. O sa asem mo kan. Nya se bi anim. Asem mo kan otum say nya se bi anim. But they will tell them they are the intellectuals in town. How do you? Like I said previously, A crowd up to now, 6-7 years, say we have spent millions and millions and millions of dollars to fight Galamsey. Still, the waters are getting spoiled. The environment, everything is rather degrading. It's getting worse. And nobody has properly, fully, formally been arrested and charged and prosecuted or whatever. No. Because those doing it are members of the government. You know, I know, people know. But because I don't get it. You see, for me, I'm saying that those who benefit directly from this mess, I don't blame them because I know you are benefiting. So how can you disagree or how can you criticize? If Akufo-Addo's government is borrowing billions and you are part of the beneficiaries, you are okay. That one, I don't blame you for keeping quiet. But there are some fringe people on the side claiming to be intellectuals, claiming to know all, and those claiming to be neutral, who still think that the best way is to generalize everything, is to equalize, is to say, oh, the parliament, Ghana politicians. Someone has messed up big time. Still, you guys cannot, hold them, to opprobrium. You can't hold them to account. If somebody from the other side come to speak, you guys will say we shouldn't even listen to them. Ghana really, Americans will say, or the street language, it sucks. Ghana sucks. In many countries, so many people who are parading now to be flag bearers or president, they should have been in jail. Obviously, I understand that many of these people know that in future they will be in jail. So that's why they are fighting to retain power. Because if it was that they knew that they can leave power and live their life peacefully, they have nothing to worry about, nothing to fear. Like they won't bother. They want power because they know that if someone also comes to gain that power and wants to investigate them, they are in trouble. But for me and others, say the biggest policy, the best policy, the most popular of all policies will be that one which says that one guilty person, when it comes to corruption, one guilty person, one prison cells. This should be very simple indeed. This isn't something too difficult or too big to ask. Because when you sit in Ghana and you give an American $6 million as consulting fee, $6 million for a project that nobody wants, nobody likes, a project that is not necessary, a project that has been condemned by many. As recently as 1st of May, the Ghana General Secretary of Trade Union Congress of Ghana said, Nanado, this cathedral, just leave it alone. Convert the place. Let's rather get some money, build national hospital instead. I have already said that they can use the place to build, triangular skyscraper or scapers. Skyscrapers, 3 side by side, about 80-story, 100-story, like those ones you see in Dubai and others. In that spot, use it for international proper trade. Hundreds or thousands of offices for that purpose. God will bless the country more than to think of building this foolish cathedral. This foolish edifice. You think those people 300, 400, 500 years ago building cathedrals, is it even it was today they will build cathedrals? No. The cathedrals of those years have served its purpose or their purposes. Their purposes is to indoctrinate, to teach people's, change people's mind and attitude, to make them docile and sober. And they were able to succeed in taming the Africans, making them docile and sober, so that they can be carted away, taken away to go and work for free. Even when they worked for free, the only time the white wise people saw any good in them is when the blacks practiced nyamesum, started praying and singing. Then the white guy will give you a leeway kakra. The white guy was going around with his whip and cane, his hanging ropes, sitting on the horseback and everything, whipping people, raping women at will. But when the black people start singing of the Bible and they call it what do you call it? The song, Hebrew songs or whatever, start singing Yamisum, then the white people will give them some leeway, kakra. Maybe before any aje. It's all about Yamisum. Jimmy Yesama, and penny before she share, Kasok near their all these people will die, and like me and you, their bodies will rot like shit in the earth. They are all standing there talking about some heaven, this and that, and the Jinkrofosika, and that Dankro for free. And Jimmy Yemi before Ghana for in particular. And some Hunube Crown, no. 9 o'clock. Let me go for a short break. I'll be back.
NFM Radio. Emudaho. National Democratic Congress NDC Nyam Formani Member UK ni Ireland chapter no. Ya yetienie. Then say beto aba 80 chapter chairman fofo. Ya said the chinelo mum koto on swear. Enyonya for Dr. Joe Ajimai, the restoration man. The father said 80 party ni wedding kind. But dear Monesema putting you, they will to the West over for Masrum Koso. One word you might hear, funny what it through. Now it's sin nice. You might be brain or dear Guaquema, or by a dear Maye, Benny said, oh, Sijna ye, a sequel to media beer, but to the party office. Now, Odisica £3 and payment numina to us here, and you 5,000 pounds. Or Sancho Magwoni Mama Honsu, £1,000 na ever show Mujima Mukina, na is Sijna. Don't swear, but here I prefer all that true Mudi Abaka party in a hoodie. I'm a crowd, and Mosabaka Omudika, and 10 times so. Now I don't Abakaya home. And what was me and Sebianso? Party moving in Fua, or did you make the other show, Sebiano? About two saffron, what's nothing. Not the idea show, said
NDC Ireland chapter, the Mabri should be chill. Chapter ya made home come na menyu babezi chairman akwa no home come da Mabri chairman akwa campaign for we gina there to wando abana wombe chairman nemu chairman akwa de ojina ho prekope nti mesraw de about to waba na eza chairman akwa na wabe chairman bo United Kingdom and Ireland chapter osane there okitan hihye bebre ya me na dom na so be chairman a opede ozuboa awa eye member wo United Kingdom na Ireland na NDC party ni na da na dom hihye no mu bi ni the establishment of a welfare program. Dem welfare program no mu foso binyi abrubiara NDC ni ehwehwam bo wo sekasama fem bibi kakre bi a ezeboto to nzama wa abra ahokyira aba no. Dem welfare program ibohwe na wonsa ka bibi kakra ofi £50 zuko £400 na enyesika etume botua eyi chairman akwana adwena opede odzeboa NDC ibiso nyide NDC member biara obenya any immigration issue ana mbrem nsemi biara wo bibia otena wo United Kingdom ana Ireland chairman akwa be establish mpenyumfo a wobetsena ho na wahwe na advice biara oyembra konodo na wodi amaw impo se pelo yenyi bi na wegina na waka wasem bi amaw wo United Kingdom ha ana Ireland da mpenyumfi wo mu bi no me lawyers a wobotum wegina ma amaw no waji bibi kakre bi wa bra wobotum wa abo na wo bibiara so akodo welfare program kuriyara so chairman akwa opede ozubobo adi onu so behwe na yenuanuma wo United Kingdom na Ireland nyinara awona woye into event organization photographers awona wo shishe bibia amanfo ye one parties one weddings nyina obaka wo nyinara bom dem obeya NDC member biara obenya any event there oye wedding outdooring bibiara no wetu wa bobo no wa ya man wa bra onkotue sika tidema okaka fo bi wo pado ana enchen bi na wa baye da madina man chairman akona nimpemfu so bohwe na abibiara any welfare ana any social issue biara oba affect any member biara no obaba wo pay which na bibiara de wo mo ana bibiara de wo ye na wo bo wo program wa kodo no wetu wa yendam na ahomka wa ba welfare program ye bibia se nyamobo na se chairman akwa obeye chairman wo United Kingdom na Ireland no munsam kakra na me putu hu za achewi odobobaji na woda aboa awo member na woda aboa yen NDC MPyi na epebenazi munua NDC nya ewo United Kingdom na Ireland to waba former chairman akwa nyamubo na senensa kazibi wa
abusia let me go straight to the point we be fa wada once you talk and be say so na bo kese a come air conditioner na so dam air conditioning no en se da mo kese sa no kure ne say won fa ni papa ma na me installation na ma untia with everything called enterprise say air conditioning installation at the mawa odawo everywhere okani mu e wo nyunyu na bo cold room it's a cold stores any baby ya de nyama sia wo say nyunu a everything Code Enterprise. Over here, a nice one had your mower. A Rubia, no, but you with the Kadika. You install central air conditioning, split air conditioning, car air conditioning, never solar panels on SWA. You want a nice Eddie mower, or you be a boost straight. Now, for your body will fee. So, what do you say? And our gas in a say you'll come with the Analfia, dear, and our co-store, dear. A very nice and quick, but we will be you don't have a yet the amount. Most of more bridge, Bobby sit down, oh, my can run over to me afraid you can lie with so. Yeah, be install air conditioning, Biamamu. Train class 447508650279. Oh, wager, I just sent kind of fire service. Wow, friends, 0544-489-343 and 0302-906276. Your website, you know, everythingcode.org. And I send you an email kjamwako@yahoo.co.uk. Everything Code Enterprise. Air conditioning, you know, master, no.
NFM Radio, Emudaho. Minia, see fire will burn you. I want NFM Radio. Jumedia Mansa Musa Ede Bro. Edgewa da kopem memneda. And rain on song. A kopem non do.
I'm telling you, I'm looking into the camera and telling you, say you are the joke of the century. You are the joke of the century. And sit down. Say you be real or bad. Say you see a twat by a real. And sit down. You are the joke. And it's a me case is here. Say, and then a coup for the Vansa down. Or prepare one more electoral commissioner. Or offer the year and the deputy. Offer a Gabi as a Rotterdam. And this one, no offer Professor Tibedia Tio. Offer family, Professor Tibedia Tio. Offer the Panso, our young one of Bush are falling a young for no form of electoral commission or Abna Kofi Young Abna on so many now from Kubu. Abaya between MPP being on my way up. Obi any one organ hanwa who MPP say and MPP o for Jesus Christ o for Muhammad komsani Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam e bet now say Yesu and a flag bearer komsani Muhammad and the running mate yen to aba in the name of MPP omo very report for the first time in the history Yesu name Muhammad very was Yandia, Yantiasu Grim. At a tea, no, how they have been a dear for the Diacomuno. May Catano, he will be the best of the joke of this century. He should dare. And he bra, Yaniba Twabano. And to be with this, I didn't this for her or Park for the name quiet electoral commissioner. Chabani electoral police station. I never got to electoral commission. Electoral police station. You and your dear, Omupa. Omuntintin Ghana fonsa ni ebedu ho na da ebedu ho no e no behu se wiase no se bi uto mekwa uto udokuna ye gisito na ma menka me.
Well, no. I am not getting into all those things, but you know, it is failing, and you people should be asking them why they are failing. If you are given a chance to govern and you fail, don't expect to continue to govern. And that's not just for the new patriotic party, it's for every political party. We don't, democracy is not just about elections. You elect so that people can govern, so that they can improve the people's welfare. But if you've been an abject failure, where we have a situation where, quote unquote, the fundamentals have all gone wrong, why would you actually be wasting so much time talking about beyond or breaking the age. You know, you have not achieved your task, and the failure to achieve your task is enough to jettison you from office.
You think the finance minister should...
Well, no. I am not getting into all those things, but you know, it is failing, and you people should be asking them why they are failing.
The clergy and the religious when they speak, they shake the foundation, and it is only the church that will address meaningfully the canker going on, and they want to silence all credible voices. Now, today we will reveal everything to you. This question has, direct relation with the pronouncements of Reverend Professor Marty. Let me tell you why people do not want Professor Marty to talk. Listen, politicians have tried all means to muzzle me, to get me, but they can't. They come with bribes, fat envelope, $100,000. Listen. I want everybody to listen. Politicians came to my house with fat envelope, $100,000, not cedis, dollars, and also with the promises that if you keep quiet, we will give you a house at Trazaco with swimming pool. You know what? We will give you 4-wheel drive. You know, these people were lucky. I did not have big dogs in my house. Else I would have released the dogs to bite them for the whole world to ask, Papa Moderator, my boy one again. Papa Moderator, I then I would tell me this, now you release the dog. Then I will tell them, ask what they came to do. You know what? They have tried all means to muzzle me. They couldn't, and I tell you they can't. And you know what? I will speak today, I will speak tomorrow. You know the tax I pay? Also, sometimes when this thing comes and I see the tax that I've paid, but at the same time I said, praise be to the Lord we serve, because it's going to build our nation. Then when my tax goes, you babies with sharp teeth, you are stealing the money and you don't want us to talk. We will talk today, we will talk tomorrow.
There is no genuine pastor in this country. So for Biani or genuine. There's no pastor in this country, I may say. There's no single pastor. Oh my Ghana Muhanyankupon Ebina no Kasachileno. They are liars. They are doing business. Obiango Tinana sorry they might be sorry any business. Na said the seven previous a youth no more Ghana so now Mwatina sorry them na muton unkumbiabi mutimiko toss off calendar they will simu them say muhia protection abra sa sofunu or bodyguard na mutikroma and youth na more my mohano. This is the time I was say ye be new Ghanaian youth, our eyes are opening. Senka sofu ni e genuine adena Christian counselor yedin na youth e wo man mo ayebre adena Christian counselor hudo ahimfu e wo krom ha. Everybody is quiet about what is happening. Crisis e wo man mo antinka yo wo sofu mu so mu dwin Ghana ho mu enyame ni papa nka sofu yo mu so ren kasa ma youth no. We don't have any genuine pastor in this country. We are in this country na sofu bibe shen come say shatawale wayarimpo anka wabewu. They are all in this country with lies. Black Stars kwako bo matina software be the flyer be ba out to say omuya fasting and prayers for Black Stars. Akwasi saying group stage you mutimi pie. We are living in this country. Instead of saying pointing the mistakes to the government, say is distracting the people of Ghana. No, yes, I no. Now your flyers are who was a move bompire to Galamsey, move bompire to economic crisis in the country. Me say there's no genuine pastor in this country. So for biani Ghana Yankupon Kasachireno, they are all liars. Nobody. So for biani or Maimoha, they should come. I can prove to them that they are all liars. So for biani Kruma. So for being him saying Yankupon a friend. On chair in ABC 2022. 2023. On chair in ABC 31st 90. But I found on the show Munkwasi and Komanasi. Now Musha come say mama ne how, papa ne how, be as if you want a how. Now mu distract youth no mu or mu dim konti badum or mu mama no mu papa no machi say omu ya bayfo. Aso for mu kanipa boom, aso for mu ye beef for Ghana. Uso what say nyame nipa ye beef da. Let's open our eyes, Ghana's youth. It's about time munya sorry kona munya juma. Work. Stop going to church. It's a waste of time. Sit down in your house, pray. God will listen to you. These pastors are doing business. They are getting money through with the youth. Work and get money. There's no single pastor in Yankupon Kasachran or Ghana Maimoha. They are all liars and hypocrites.
Okay, Mate. Yanya message you know that say. Ni late. Ose. Ekufado is not only useless but corrupt as well. Then he goes on. NDC MPs did not approve the loans, but rather the majority MPs in Parliament. Well, Nilate, maybe yes. I will just but you see, the reason we have all come to somehow giving up on this NDC MPs that in many occasions or on many occasions. They have disappointed, you know. So, I will be forgiven for thinking that they are all in there together. But it is true, it's a fact that it is the NPP side who brought the legislation, who brought the proposal, and they have voted for it. Big sums of monies, and I'm asking, how will it be, how will the contract... Okay, thank you. How will the contract be signed? Data Bank of Foriata, are they going to get their share or not? These are questions to ask. Lawyer Martin Kwebu, he said if government change, power change hands or power changes, he is going to investigate or sue Data Bank. Hajia or say, hey Mansa Musa, I beg, please. The minority leader said, said it clear that they voted against the loan. If you can play the voice, okay. I will find it. Okay. Right, Ajabi Dasi. Thanking you for that. But you see, sometimes I got to say that sometimes it is the same minority group, or I don't even call them minority, but they gladly accept the title, the status minority so much quickly. Abambabin came to sit on the throne and straight away he started making laws. I think there was no minority, there was no majority. You see, but there we go. If the minority or the NDC people can prove that all of them decided to vote against these loans, the records are there and we will see it. So that whoever opted out, you see, because I know the minority didn't have the numbers or something, so fine. I don't, when I say, I'm not blaming them for the hardship, but the fact that previously or, not quite long ago, their behavior has actually led us to, many people to believe that they will always, do what they have to do to get by with the MPP fraternity. Let me see. I was going to start firing again, but this man has come in. So let's see. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mansa Musa.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Apoma.
Me dem who you?
Oh, yes, who you?
Now how? Waiting bring you here.
Your discussion there. What's American now? I'm a Mr. Conrad or Mr. Medi.
Me meeting baby now. Me come and say no. Ukwano. Yes sir. When yes I go out and say I don't want peace. I want problems.
Yeah, indeed, I have a problem.
You don't want peace. You want problems.
Yeah, they feel there was American or a problem as I'm continuing in a
I see. Anyway, welcome to NFM Radio.
One is Mudaho, Papa.
Now you are talking. Right, yeah. Yanko, whatever brought you here.
Yeah.
Yanko.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. Now, Mechi your BBR, from your production team to your listeners, your viewers on YouTube, and all that. Ended up ended up come to them this Dr. Joe Ajiman question, but unfortunately, no, I am maybe if you're not time to call. Yeah, I am with Junior TV,
sure,
but all the same, you're better than us for the education and all that, and I hope that next time over. Maybe some, because this question is very vital. Maybe any of the chairmanship hopefuls in one of with the chairman, a question I would want to ask them so that we know what their views are. But Mansa Musa, going forward on their all trigger me to call this NDC is there. The minority approved or did not approve. You see, Mansa Musa, we are in an era, especially in Ghana, where the politicians are all the same because of obedience, and was how do you do things to make people know the you need to be distinctively different. It is not just a matter of minority leaders standing up to say there, minority we abstain from it. Who will believe that you abstain from it? And the question is, how many votes or how many members of parliament were needed in approving that loan? How many of the NDC MPs voted in favor of the motion or voted against the motion? These are the specifics. If all politicians are the same and you need to prove distinctively that you are different, you need to give us all the statistics. It is not just by mere rhetoric as the NDC we abstain from it. Give us, if Sewose were 137, 137, they have the advantage of an independent candidate. Does that mean that when there is 138 members, the loan could be approved? These are the questions that need answered. See, if it is that, then we can say, okay. The question also is, NDC Funo, Obijinaho, Otuabanibi. Why is it so hard there when things are going in this direction? NDC MPs cannot walk out of parliament so that you can prove to Ghanaians that you are not part of this deal. Why can't they walk out of parliament and prove to Ghanaians that, look, this loan you are going for, it is going to kill Ghana further, and for us, we wash our hands off it. Why the thing? Look, let us be very honest to ourselves. You know, Ghana for, and I think the Mansa Musa, a Dogana and NFM Radio, a Dogana and whatever political party you have in your heart. And you know, the time has come here na yenkasa to the Ghana for. Look, Kakufa the name Hunodi na the bonnet crime your baby your boni din wo. Inti on my Jinado Kede, Akufa the 77 because Akrono Sembia the friend the GFA president. Osi Akufa the Emma 5 million ye kunukrana meboa. Alesta Matia, also president Nubudo Emenyan Kunjon put the bribe with origin number 1. And it gives us that strength to say that Akufo-Addo is corrupt. Yenche Galamsey in Sensemi Olukwe. We cannot say that NDC for Yehuni. Because for all you know, things started in our time. Obi making a start your time, you know, not yet large scale. Why didn't we also stop it?
Yes.
Knowing the harm it does to the state, you know, why didn't we stop it? But it's not Bonibia, but what come, and this is your home. But it's not Bibia, but we come, and this is your home. Look, we cannot be governing a country like that, and we cannot be seeking political power just to come and do things any way we want it. Because at the end of the day, it makes it hard for any person to defend us from any wrongdoing. Because yankum what's the major Mahama abadi nimpa no ye galamsey no na nyankune chief of staff nyankune John Mahama nyankune minister of mines nyankune intino ye man want to do the things he was doing, and then we are accusing somebody. We need to do things in a way. Yeah, we are human, but I don't know on yet. We don't have to exit power and all of a sudden until there and let the new money yet. If it was wrong, we have to stamp our authority on it and make sure that it doesn't even happen in the first place. But Yamosi, near area about be defended, and yet didn't know a small scale. Now, I don't know on Saturday, getting all Kokesia.
The other time, I don't know if you heard the argument or the debate about the fact that some of us are of the opinion that this often confirmed bro, small scale low community abadio, surface mining or alluvial mining should be banned. You know, if you have money to do deep shaft, then do it. But surface, you know, in order to stop all this devastation, you know, that's what should be done. But you know already, some people will say, no, you can never ban it, you have to regulate it. Oh, the man they say, oh, my Nico.
And that is the problem, because you will stake. And this is what I always keep saying. And that the year can MPP time, Mansa Musa, and the Yemu Bimunso. Yellow power to me na yellow precise yam. Obina wola watra to need them or in the whole world map. And to acquire these things, although all your illegalities be, and to do that, there needs to be the compromise of an MP or of a minister of a DC. And these are the things that hurt all of us. And for me, I feel that it is not just a matter of NDC saying we are staying from it and all that. Let us have proper evidence.
NFM Radio.
Because we are being tagged that all politicians are the same. And the chronicle of examples American, so sometimes or say just them, but truly because Obi Bobe had in a large scale, Obi Boy in a small scale, the same. Sebi Mansa Musa, Sembo was a throw, but the Mr. left the boy as a throw. No Bisuba no the blow the bone when you know you are an boy. It doesn't matter that born a kid no we know born a kid you your don't Sebi in Sukra better and Yankopon or boy we are simple auto Zua or no sorry I'm auto giddy or starting kakranka.
Yes.
The end of mark 1 man kakranka so no more bisu kwam on to there be any kessy. Inti young one you bet yet back. Yet Babio, Yamia, Benes, Yen to me now. Kakrano for your more being start. And that is the point. And that is what I'm saying. We need to show that distinctively we are different. We are different. Because if you, I'm very angry with this loan. Loan a big COVID dinner, COVID or him fan and the COVID for the loan.
By this time, we are still going for
organize the press conference it deserves to let Ghanaians know. In the first place,
up to date, we
why
are still
didn't
going
they
for
even say that,
COVID.
look, this loan is not of any necessity to Ghana. Call no krana wafre and krano. We are not even coming. What's in a parliament? Will you have a catching a minority is not part? How do you make me go and tell the floating voter? Now, out there, MPP and NDC, they are the same, no? How do you want me to go and explain to him?
Exactly.
No, NDC, Papa.
Good question.
I mean, let us face facts. Let us face the facts. I mean, me NDC me anye me uncle with the minister under Rollins. Me uncle the minister and me bet now and reject NDC in my life. No, but no quality or they can. Or money, NFM Radio. I believe the NDC will bet my money yes in the MPP, but for them, mechanical. Young Kofuno will let you down. Young Kofuno will let you down. And we need to mammy and Tony and Yede because we are departing in the American. Sabe, Musia Bronye, MPP one anyone who crab Bronye defend, You cannot tell me that Abronye should not defend the MPP when you are here defending the wrongs of the NDC. For me, I am not saying they kind of endorse the law, but what I'm saying is that I need proper evidence.
To speak to somebody. Hang on a second.
In summing up, I need proper evidence. It is not just a matter of minority leaders standing up to say that we are staying from it. We need proper evidence to show the NDC walked out or NDC MPs. None of them, when the voting was made, it was 137 against 138. Then we can agree. And in the first place, there was no need for them to stay in Parliament and approve that loan. Because even if you get a 138, 137, but you could be the MPP, you could be so two against it. And then you see any park to mount. We should walk out. And this is what will make Ghanaians know this.
Hello, Mr. Murphy.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no.
Right. Mr. Murphy, you are the free trade zone CEO.
Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Murphy, can you hear me?
I can, but the line is breaking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
I can hear you loud and clear if you can hear me. Let's do a bit for about 5 minutes. You are the free zone CEO, right?
I don't work with free zones.
Well, I've been given this and that you are the free zone CEO for the free zone trade ministry or something. Is that right?
No, I'm not the CEO of Ghana Free Zones.
Right. Okay, then please do. Please correct me.
I'm a deputy minister for trade.
Okay, deputy minister for trade. Oh, the line was, in fact, the line is a bit iffy. Let's see if we can get him.
So the line is bad. I'm driving.
I know. Listen, I totally understand.
On the highway, that's why.
Yeah, I totally understand. Just that be careful. I mean, take very good care of yourself. And let's see if we can do a bit of talking whilst you drive. But drive with care anyway. So you are the Deputy Minister for Trade. Okay, the line is not happening for us. So I think let's do it another time, because if he's driving and it's breaking up like that, it's not nice. So let's do this on, say, Friday evening, or maybe tomorrow evening from 6 p.m. Tomorrow Thursday evening from 6 p.m. Yeah, 6 p.m. Hello, sir. Can you hear me now?
Let me cross the waterway and call you.
Okay, yeah. Okay then. All right. That's fine. Okay, so he's good, like you said. You heard him. I thought Kofi Ochribefi, I was given his credentials or his profile. Okay, thank you. That he is the free trade minister, but I heard something rather that he is a deputy trade minister, which is even better. I want to ask one or two questions about how trading is going on nicely in Ghana, and we shall see. Where is this one? Okay. Okay. Right. So this man was a Joe. Sorry about that. Ghana people sometimes, because of the lines, not, we don't get them quite often. So when they are about to break in or they give us some small time, I just want to utilize it to ask one or two questions. I wanted to have a lot of time, talking time with you, for you to express everything. Because honestly speaking, what we were saying, Joe, you were very, very right. You see, politics itself, the art of, doing it and getting it right, it looks as if the NDC people, I don't know what is wrong really, because at this time, you got to get the ground shaking. You got to get the ground actually, set the stage. Set the stage. You have to dictate the pace. Instead of always the MPP setting the stage, dictating the pace for you, the NDC people, to do firefighting. You see? The MPP people, most of them, they know or understand the politics. That's why in the midst of all this hardship or troubles, Brian Champon will come and say something for all the NDC people to start agitation. Brian Champon knows how to tweak or turn or where to press a button that he presses, for the NDC to react, in a manner, or for the NDC to feel pain, for them to react, for the NDC grassroots to feel, to feel the hurt, to feel the pain, and that is politics. NDC parliamentarians, most of them are behaving not like politicians, but they are behaving like administrators. Politics is not just a job, it's politics. So this granting of this loan, you go there in the morning, you ask the, what do we call it, Mr. Speaker, politely. Mr. Speaker, you call us. What exactly do you call us for? We want to know officially what it is before. Oh, I've called you so that we all come and deliberate and think about or discuss these new loans that we should have passed some time ago. So now I want us to do this quickly and go back to our campaign and our Easter rest. Then your leader will stand up and say, oh, we are sorry. We are not in a position at all. Ghana's, we are not in any position to back any loans at all. So we know we are not, our numbers are not superior. I mean, we don't have the superior number here. So goodbye and good riddance. We don't want to have anything to do with this. Then that will be the headline. That is the politics. But Suhunyini will tell you that politics, what we call, nobody can coach NDC members in parliament. So, Jesus Christ. You see? Anyway, let me go for a music listen whilst we wait for this guy. So, 10 minutes to 10 p.m. here in the UK, to be 10 to 9 in Ghana. You're listening to Mansa Musa. The show is Fire Will Burn You. Of course, metaphorically, not in real, sense, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to cause fire to burn anybody at all, so don't be too much afraid. Just be, yourself. And as we speak, okay, so this man is, oh, Chief, I'm not avoiding you. Somebody is writing me a message to reassure me that it's not avoiding me, which is good to know. Okay. Say, Chief, I'm not avoiding the show. Time is not good right now. Okay. All right. I will accept it. Okay. I will accept it. So, now let's see if I can get Mr. Befi, because very soon I have to finish. And by the time he calls me, maybe I'll be on my way home. Anybody who works for the government, for me, is good to go when it comes to interviews, so that we can hear from them what they think, what they want the Ghanaian to think about. Let's see. Okay, so Mr. Kofi Ochiribefi, let me see. Are you ready? Because we need to do the talking now. Right. So we're talking about how the country at the moment, Akufo-Addo and the NPP administration of today, they've actually, true to their form, have proven that when it comes to telling lies to Ghanaians, or should I say, when it comes to lying to Ghanaians and playing Ghanaians for the fools, and they never disappoint. The reason I'm saying this is because you see that a black one went to US of A to go seek answers to some questions that were troubling him, questions regarding the National Cathedral. And one of the issues that has come out of this trip is that address to the cathedral, its subsidiary or its sub headquarters in America, which is supposed to be doing the raising the funds for the cathedral in Ghana. So it should have an address. The address given to Mr. Okujato Ablakwa took him to a warehouse where they store coffee, and there was no address or office for the National Cathedral of Ghana. And the reason why I'm saying that the Akufo-Addo MPP are always, true to form is that if you remember, during Kufuor's time, another overseas destination address was given, apparently in UK here. When officials or Ghanaians came to look for the address for that transaction, that business, they found out that the said address was actually somebody's barber shop, and there was no offices which was assigned to a Ghanaian business or Ghanaian official government business. Come 2023 again, the same thing has happened, and nobody is asking questions in Ghana. This Ablakwa was taken to court by one Kusibuati, or the other name I've even forgotten. Someone who has officially has two identities. You understand? He took him to court, and the judge has ruled that the matters that this Kusibwa team brought is really neither here nor there, to use the street language. It was nothing to, to spend time or waste time on at all. So the court has dismissed that petition. So as we speak, Ablakwa is free to bring out more of his exposés. And ladies and gentlemen, I've been told that it's not going to look pretty. But we are somewhere it's not going to look pretty, but no one cares in Ghana. Omo some money, whatever they are doing, they are still being supported anyway. They are still being cheered on. By the same here for no, omunya we free abine mono. Can you imagine? By the same here for no munya we free abine mono, they are cheering the people who are stealing.
NFM Radio,
yes, me that's it. Young Kwana Minko say, Mr. Aye Radio. Na because we need to.
I need to know. NFM Radio. Jumedia Mansa Musa ede bro. Ejuada kopem memneda. Enumre non song. Ekopem non do.
Yo, Mate. I need to know if I have to extend the time and talk a little bit or not. You see what I mean? If I have to extend the time, I will. But if, as he's driving and he's so far away that we can't get good reception, we might as well do it tomorrow. Let me write a letter to him.
Let me go straight to the point. We will find wada. Once you attack and send be says so your work can see come air conditioner and so damn air conditioning no and said that more can see no crane say one funny papa manama installation now mountia with everything called enterprise air conditioning installation at the Odemo a Rubia okay you never cold room it's a cold stores and Bavia you didn't see I was saying everything called enterprise. A nice one at your mower, a Rubia, no, but you you install central air conditioning, split air conditioning, car air conditioning, never solar panels also. You want a nice Eddie mower, or you will be a bus straight, not the only what you will fee. So, what you said, and our gas in a sense, so you'll come with the another dear, and our cold store dear, a very nice and quick, but we will be a baby yet the amount. Also, more bridge, I'm sit down, I will make anyone over to me after you can lie with so. Yeah, install air conditioning, Nibiamamu. Frank plus 447508650279. Oh, wager, I just sent Ghana Fire Service. Wow, France 0544489343 and 0302906276. Your website, everythingcode.org. And I send you email, kjamwako@yahoo.co.uk. Everything called enterprise, air conditioning, master, no.
Say dear, yenam top connect so emanisika de bagana if we yasia fanani na yenchia kapre. Ane, aye free. Top connect a masika money ayem rekra. Ye hiane sa oba download it with Top Connect app no our Play Store. Diama wo Android phone. And as we use iPhone so or Apple Store na download the Top Connect. Aye simple cra. Top Connect wa manda radio numsu wo Europe, North America and Asia. Umane wo dofu sika fa Top Connect so aye tem na emre. na mawa hoto so sese die sika manye di foforo kra any top connect so we yan chechemu bia fra top connect our +442 081 6155 and a +442 081 761 600 +447 882 950 088 and nasa hwehwe top connect our barefoot interfidie nyina so top connect fasika mane wa dofo asumdjemu a untia kapre top connect yensu ye dieni NFM Radio emudaho.
Right, so NFM Radio emudaho. Medamu yina say thank you all very much. We will have to continue this tomorrow evening with Dr. Joe Swajima here. So thank you for your time and everything. Thank you for your support, and as always, the love and respect is mutual, very mutual from me, Mansa Musa. Have a good night. Look at shit.